Well, you may or may not have heard that we have some new additions to the homestead. About 3 days ago, we picked up 5 leghorn hens that are almost a year old. So they're laying every day, which is great for us and the farm stand. We don't have to wait a week to get a dozen eggs from our other 3 chickens. So pretty much every other day we're getting a dozen eggs now. And so they've been settling in, and they were a little skittish at first, but you can see that, they're getting used to us and associating us with food or treats or whatever. So we've had a couple little issues that I need to figure out. We're going to take you in the run. We haven't let them out. Definitely keeping them separated from our first 3 hens, and there's definitely going to be probably some fireworks when we put them together. But we have noticed that they've been talking or whatever to each other on both sides of the fence, and there's been some like chest bumping going on. And anyway, it's going to be interesting to see when we do put them together. But I haven't even looked up what the time frame is. We're just giving them time. They need time to settle in. So let's get in there and I'll show you what's been going on. So they definitely fly higher than our other hens, or they seem to. They've been going up on this bar, which is probably about 4 feet off the ground. And definitely, I think we've seen them on this upper, and that's like 5 feet off the ground. So you guys gonna be jumping fences? I've also noticed that a couple of them have some black marks on their combs, which can happen from injuries like from other chickens pecking them. But it can also be caused by other issues. Otherwise, they look very healthy, so I'm not concerned about that right now. Their first night, they slept on top of the coop, and actually every night they have been. I don't know what situation they were living in before, like if they were on roosting bars, and I figured the first night they were scared and didn't know what was happening and they just wanted to be on guard. But they've been roosting on here every night, making a mess. And as you can see, they're having some diarrhea. I definitely did notice that their stool was a different color than our original 3 chickens. Like they were, their feed was different. So I'm sure they're adjusting to that, plus the stress of being moved. And, we had to drive an hour and a half to bring them back home in the back of a pickup truck. So you probably weren't too crazy about that, huh? So as you can imagine, this is very difficult to try and clean, especially when it's loose like this. And this is like very rough surface, so it's just getting in there and getting stuck in there. So let me know if you've had this issue before, but I was thinking of putting something rounded, whether it's rounded fencing with some plastic on top to make a smooth surface, so to train them not to do that. Yes, you guys are going to behave. You're going to be cold this winter if you don't figure out how to sleep in the coop. So they do have roosting bars in there. They're just waiting for treats. You guys have food. So yeah, there's roosting bars in there. In the winter, the roosting bars are not as effective because we're using the deep litter method. The litter is probably like even with the roosting bars. But this, we need to take care of this situation. I also had to put a huge rock in their feed dish because, well, some of them like to just get their whole body in there and eat, but they would put their feet on the edge of the container and knock it over all the time. So that remedied that, and I had put a plastic dish in here for the calcium, the oyster shell calcium, and they knocked that over. So I'm trying this glass dish, and it seems to be not getting knocked over. So Tim, we're still waiting. I got to give them some fresh water again. Tim's going to be setting up another bucket system with the watering cups for them, which will stay much cleaner. I've had to swap out the water a couple times a day. You never know that it was clean this morning. Now they're quiet. They're trying to get their grubs. So otherwise, they're settling in well. And I'm not sure when Tim was talking about setting up a fencing system for all the chickens. So we'll see. We may wait for that to let them go outside of the run. But they got plenty of room in here for all 5 of them. And we're not getting the additional 5 until the end of August, beginning of September. So got plenty of time to get acclimated. And I did set up a dust bath for them in here as well. And they also like talk to each other through the fence, between the connecting fence. I also have to be careful because the original 3, Tim calls them the old Christines, and the new ones the new Christines. The old Christines are always following me around the yard because they also think that they're getting treats, especially when I'm coming near the coop area. So there's been a few times where they get pretty close to me opening the door to this pen. So we're gonna get them some fresh water, and I'm gonna go rummaging in the in the junk pile, see if I can find something that would be suitable to put on top of the coop to kind of force them to sleep in the coop or sleep anywhere except on top of the roof and pooping all over it. Well, I found this cone that I think it's something that Tim uses with the tractor in the winter time, and it's covering most of the roof. There's maybe room for 1 chicken on each side or just this side, but it's wedged in there very good against the roof. So we'll see if this fixes their wagon. At least temporarily they can get used to their new accommodations down here. Thanks for joining me today. We'll keep you posted on our new additions. Please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love it if you join us on our journey as we build our off-grid homestead here in Maine. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.